Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully, everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to be looking at these three coins right here. We have a 2015, 2016, and a 2017 Philadelphia Mint Lincoln Penny. Now, these coins are all of the zinc-based coins that have the shield reverse on the reverse side right here. That shield reverse started in 2010 and is still being used today. And in the video, we'll talk about the value of the business strike coins for all three of these right here. We'll also get into the mintages of each coin, which are all very high. And we will talk about the double die obverse that is known for the 2015 Lincoln Penny. Now, first, let's start with the shield reverse design. This might be the first time you're seeing it if you haven't been out collecting pennies or getting them in your change lately. The shield reverse started in 2010. And what you see on the reverse side right here, you see a ribbon. And that ribbon has the value of the coin on it, which is 1 cent. We see E pluribus unum up here, which is in Latin, and that means out of many, one. We see United States of America. That part's pretty self-explanatory. And we have the engraver's initials down here. The engraver of this reverse side design was Joseph F. Mena. So we see the J.F. M right here on the backside of the coin. Now, the edge of the coin is still the smooth edge that you've known for the penny. It doesn't have ridges going along the outside, and it has a weight of 2.5 grams. Now, the metal content of this coin is the mostly zinc-based coin. Now, you might be used to seeing more copper-based coins, but these coins right here have zinc in them, and that started in 1982. They're 97.5% zinc, and they are 2.5% copper. Now, the zinc and the copper versions were first started in 1982, and that was done on a cost basis. They can be differentiated by their weight. The regular copper-based coins have a weight of 3.11 grams from 1909 to 1982, and these coins starting in 1982 have a weight of 2.5 grams. And because of that, the metal content of these coins is worth much less than the copper, but it's still actually worth more than 1 cent. So it costs the mint, just based on the metal content alone, 1.01 cents to produce these coins. So they're being produced at a loss, which is kind of what you would expect because of their very low value. And interestingly, Canada did get rid of the pennies, got rid of minting pennies for that exact reason, because they cost more than a penny to produce. All right, now let's get into the mintages of this coin right here. We'll start with the 2015 Philadelphia Mint. Now keep in mind, 2017, this coin, which we're going to look at a little bit later in the video, is the only penny that has the P mint mark on it. And that was to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint was the first mint, so when they first started making the coins, they didn't need to put a mint mark on them because they were the only mint. Subsequently, the Denver and the San Francisco Mint pennies, those have the D and the S mint mark on them, but the Philadelphia Mint pennies do not. In the 2017 P is the only one that will have that mint mark on it that was made at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, the mintages of 2015, very high, as you would expect. In 2015, there are 4,691,300,000 of these coins that were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. There was a similar 4.6 billion that were produced at the Denver Mint as well. A very low 1,099,000 of them were made at the San Francisco Mint for the proof coin sets. Now, because the really high mintages for the 2015 Philadelphia Mint coin, these coins aren't going to be worth a ton of value unless you can get them in a really highly graded coin, or if you have an error coin, which we'll talk about a little bit later with the 2015 double die reverse error coin. For the 2015, at a mint state 65, so 65 out of 70, so that'd be a very highly graded coin in mint state condition. That would be worth 30 cents for both the Philadelphia and the Denver Mint coin. All right, now let's bring in the 2016 coin. And I'll keep the shield reverse design right here on the right side so you can look at it as we talk about the 2016. 2016 had very similar mintages and values associated with the Mint State 65 coin. There were 4,698,000,000 of them that were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which will not have a mint mark on it, and an additional 4,420,000,000 that were made at the Denver Mint. Now, the Denver Mints will have that mint mark on them. The Philadelphia Mints will not. And these have a value similar to the 2015s of 30 cents for a Mint State 65 coin. Now, if you've got one of those proof coins that we talked about that had the much lower mintages, those will have a value of $5 for a proof 65 graded coin. Now, here is where it gets a little bit more interesting with this P mint mark right here. Same design on the shield reverse. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the two coins that we were looking at previously did not have a mint mark on them. And that was because, they didn't need one because they were minted at the first mint. But this one in 2017 right here had a special strike of the P mint mark on it. And that was to commemorate the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint in Philadelphia. So the 2017s will have a P mint mark on them. Unfortunately, that doesn't really increase the value to them. I have an entire roll of these that are in uncirculated condition, and I know a lot of people do as well, just because whenever the mint changes something, people like to hold on to those coins because there's anticipation that those could be valuable. But there was 4,361,000,000 of these that were made with a Mint State 65 grade, and so those will have 4,361,000,000 that were made in total at a Mint State 65 grade. Those will be worth about 30 cents. At the Denver Mint, there were 4,272,000,000 in the same price associated with those Mint State 65 coins of 30 cents. Now, I'm going to bring back in the 2015, which we were looking at earlier, and that's because there's a documented error coin associated with this one. It is known as the doubled die. And so what you want to look for on that is look for there's strong doubling in the spread of S and E. And so on the date, so you look for the date right here, as well as look for the Liberty right here, and the In God We Trust up here at the top. Now, a double die coin, that indicates that the coin is struck twice, or that the die kind of, not really struck twice, but the die kind of bounced a little bit. So keep your eye out for that. That coin is not documented in the Cherry Picker's Guide, but it is documented on the Numismatic News website. So keep your eye out for that. So here's a little bit of a better description of that. So doubling on the 2015 double die cent is strongest on the date, in Liberty, and on the UST of Trust. However, it is still difficult to make out the unlikely classics of it's still difficult to make it out compared to the 1955 and the 1972 doubled dies. And that SE that I was talking about earlier, that's the direction of the coin. So SE, meaning the southeast direction of the coin, is where you can find that doubling. So if you're looking at the date right here, go a little bit south and a little bit east, and that's where you'll see kind of the doubling. So just move down a little and a little bit right, and that's the SE direction of where the doubling is. And there's still also doubling on the Liberty as well. All right, that's all the info that I've got for you today. If you are into coin collecting, please do check out some of the other videos on this channel. Thank you very much for watching this video, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy!